This is really, I don't know how many people will be interested in this. I came across this yesterday, and I have been in a rabbit hole of this stuff. As many of you know, other than the David Pakman show, I am known for when I was 17 years old and I worked in sales at the now defunct Circuit City. I was in the top 200 salespeople nationally, and I had to get a parental permission to go to the top salespeople celebration in Orlando, Florida. And so I'm just fascinated by sales, and I have a lot of friends who work in car sales. I came across this channel, Steve Richards, and this guy, I guess, teaches other car salespeople training, sales training. He teaches car sales techniques to other salespeople. And as I watch this, it's like this, I would never work with this guy. And really what I came away with from watching this, and I'm going to watch it with some of you guys now, is how can an actual dealership that still has to badger people and trick them with insurance, with oh, I can lower your payment, but then the reason you're doing it is giving them an 84-month loan and all this stuff. When with Tesla and other increasingly brands, you go online and you just pick, the pricing is completely transparent and you click order. Like, how can a dealership with a horrible experience compete with that? Anyway, check it. Let's just dive into this, okay? I love this stuff. Like, who would buy from this guy?
Excellent. All right, we've worked hard to put together a fair proposal. However, we understand that you're the judge and jury when it comes to fair. We also know what happens if you don't think it's fair. You get up out of that seat, you walk back through our two front doors, and you jump in the car, you hope you never drive again, and you leave. That's why we made it fair. MSRP 25,030. Now, the splash guards, this will be the best investment you make over the next 4 or 5 years. This will keep your vehicle's paint intact.
Can you imagine? Can you? I mean, okay, at least splash guards is a thing where like rust proofing and rain coating and all this stuff. I mean, this brings back memories to when I used to shop for cars in dealerships, and it's just a nightmare.
On both sides. It will double, triple, quadruple the cost when it comes to you getting money back by selling it or trading it. The pinstripes make it distinctive. There's your total investment. Our discount is $750. Your trade, we love it. We'll buy it for $15,950. Please recognize this. When you trade the car to us, this is the amount of cash that stays in your pocket instead of going to the state of Georgia.
Right.
So you add this to this, and that's $1725. There's the difference. Doc fee, filing fee, your taxes.
Miscellaneous dealer fees, dealer overcharge fee, and dealer scam fee. Let's add it all up together.
After your payoff, there's what you're financing. Now, recognize this. Each time you decrease your term, you save yourself a pile of money. The difference between this and this can be over $3,000 in interest that you save. Each time you increase your term, your payment goes down. So, with your initial investment of $1,000, your payment's $629 to $639. That payment may look high, but here's what it does for you. Saves you $3,000.
And it makes us a bunch of money.
Allows you to pay it off quicker. You build equity faster.
By the way, you build equity. It's like, okay, yeah, when you pay less interest, you are paying more principal, but the idea of a vehicle as an equity builder, it's a depreciating asset, right? So at its base, this concept of building equity in your own car, this is not the right way to think of vehicles. It's that, and a lot of people who are more personal finance savvy would understand that.
You have the freedom to trade or sell it sooner. At 72, this payment is comfortable and flexible. It's comfortable because it's $200 less. It's flexible because you can always pay it off early without penalty and enjoy the same benefits you got up here. This payment right here is the best of both worlds. The payment is significantly less than it would be at 48. You save more money.
It's like a sort of this bowl of porridge is too hot. This bowl of porridge is too cold. This one's just right. It's like, do we even want porridge? Is porridge nutritious? It's just like a total misdirect.
And you would at 72. Circle and initial the payment that works best for you. Okay, that right there. We'll get your new Civic ready for delivery.
No, I want 18,000 for much.
Okay? Carol?
It is my honor to meet you, Mr. President.
Whoa, where's that coming from?
And I enjoyed very much our conversation.
That's not even live. Sorry, guys.
Dollars for your trade. is evidence that you are a perfectly normal human being. Everybody that trades a car in wants more for the trade. I want more for a trade, so that's not a problem. We understand completely. Other than the trade value, everything else works fine. Nothing else stops you from taking the Civic home today, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well,
So that's, I'm guessing that they have a name for that technique called like isolation, maybe, where before you'll even talk about the trade, you want to preempt any further discussions. And then he'll just talk to you about the trade. You won't be convinced, but he'll claim you are. And he'll be like, you said there was nothing other than the trade, so we're ready to move forward now.
you're going to go, I don't believe it. But when I show you the math, you're going to discover that we're not that far apart, okay?
Yeah.
You won 18, and quite frankly, that's a great number. We hope that the vehicle can be worth 18 or even a little bit more. Make no mistakes or whatever.
But we've got to put a ton of money into this car to get it to be worth 18. We're going to put $5,000-$6,000 into it.
Research you've done is good. We'll buy it for $16,950. Do me a favor, Carol. Take 18,000. Subtract.
All right. Anyway, so we don't have to watch the whole thing, but I was down a rabbit hole on this yesterday on YouTube. Like, who would possibly buy a car from this guy? It's just wild that anybody would do that. My approach when I was in sales was to do basically the opposite of all of this guy's instincts, and it worked really well for me. It worked really, really well for me.